Okay, welcome back, my fellow aggressive learners. In this section, we'll be talking about images. But before we dive right into that. Remember, I gave you an assignment and I asked you to complete the breaking tag and make your poem look like this. And I hope some of you who are really very interested in this course must have tried it. And if you have done that, kudos to you. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to see that. I'm quite excited to know that you're making progress. And I promise you, in no distant time, you're going to become so good at this. Now, if you didn't do that, please go ahead and take a look at what I've done and then fix it on your own screen. Now, without wasting time, let's go straight to the next event. So before we do that, let's quickly collapse this, collapse this, collapse this. So we'll focus on exactly what we want to do. So today I want to introduce you to images, all right? Basic concept of images. So in my Visual Studio, of course, if you're using whatever you're using, it's okay. Please go ahead and do that. If I just hit IMG, all right, I'll get what I want because of Emet extension that we installed at the beginning of this course. In case you're not able to do any of this, please hit me up and then I'll help you make it work. All right, good. So image SRC. Now remember, in the introduction of HTML document in the anatomy, I talked about image being an element, right? When you have HTML entity, this image is an element, isn't it? It's also a tag name. The tag name is image, but it's an element. Now, in this element called image, there are what we call attributes. All these things are called attributes. So every element has what we call attributes. For instance, I can choose to add style attributes inside this one of my p tag. So inside this style attribute, I want to do color and I want to do red. Watch out what it will happen. Now this is CSS, all right? We have not gotten into CSS yet. I don't intend to introduce you to this. I just want to let you know that this is what we refer to as attribute. Meanwhile, the element is what is the p tag, but this is the attribute of the element called p tag. All right, so you can define attribute for any element you want in HTML. Is that okay? Good. Now let's quickly take this off because that is not what our focus currently. So I just want to let you know that this is an element called image. All right, this tag is an element called image, and then the other things that follow are referred to as what? Are referred to as what? Attributes. And then one other thing I want you to understand is that this is a self-closing tag. What do you mean by self-closing tag? If you do this image, sorry please, if you do image, remember for p you had it had a closing tag. All right, now this is also one of the elements that does not that closes itself. It does not require this remaining closing tag. All right, HTML automatically the browser automatically is able to interpret this tag, all right, without seeing it as an error. All right, so it has what we call self-closing tag. All right, so writing it like this, that's all. You don't need to put the closing tag and all that. So now this SRC means source. The source, we're going to indicate where our image is coming from in this SRC. That's what it means. Now in this place, you indicate alternate image. So in this image, I'm going to put image. I don't know what do we call people that write images? Poetry. Sorry. Artists. Yeah, artist image. Let me just call it artists to avoid artist's image. Poets. I think he's a poet or something. Yeah. So now this is alternative text. This is those kind of images you used to see when you click on an image on a browser. It will tell you the name of that person. Maybe the image is broken. We're going to see this in a moment. Don't worry. So now you have two options when you talk about images. Is either the image is coming from your internal folder, all right, or you're picking the image from an external resource. We're going to demonstrate that in a few seconds. So let's quickly go online and pick an image. Go to pixel, all right, not Pixel Bay, just Pixel. All right, on the Pixel, on the pixel, I want to look for an image, all right? Any beautiful image. Ah, look at this fine girl. Good. So let me just pick it up and then just click on it. Free download. Of course, they'll ask you to donate and a whole lot of that. But here we go. I already have it. Boom. So now I want this image inside my browser, inside my folder. So I'm dragging it and I'm putting it here. But however, I'm going to rename it. Let me call it poets. All right, poet image. So that's it. So I close it. Now I'm going to go here. I'm going to teach you how to navigate around folders using HTML. Now this image is just, I'm going to write poet.jpg. All right. Let's open our stuff. So what do? We'll save on our browser, and then here we go. Sorry, when your image is too large, it has the way of slowing down your site too from the user end. So now the next thing I want to show you before we try online stuff is I want to introduce to you that you can actually do what we call width. You can define the width of your image. Sorry, please. You can define the width of your image. So let me say 100, right? Width 100. Look at it. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you notice that? So I can also define the height. I can also define the height. Let's say 100 pixel. Life is so simple. Life is so easy. All right. Now this looks like cropping, but it doesn't affect the original resolution of the image. It doesn't affect the original resolution of the image. All right. I wish you have time. I would explain that to you. It doesn't affect the original. Let's say your image is 1000 by 1080 by 700. It is still 1080 by 700. One of the best way to reduce your resolution is to crop the image on your system and then upload it to the server so that you save your visitors the time. All right, good. Now, having done this, let's also consider picking an image from a URL. All right, this is an internal image, so let's pick an image link. So let's pick this person that is backing us. So let's copy this image as address. So I'm going to create another image, all right, and I'm going to paste this URL I copied online on this place. All right, I've pasted it. Alternative image, external link image. Let me call it external image. Right, good. Then of course, let's refresh and see what, because of course it's going to be big because it's a very big image and all that. You can see all that, right? Good. You can see all that. So you can also use width and all that to fix it. Good. So this is what I just want you to know for now. Is that okay? Good. So in the next class, see you in the next class. All right.